Welcome to our video on setting up a new project using the Project Wizard tool. This tool will walk you through the steps required to get a new project set up and operational. The results of walking through these steps: a project that is actually ready for users to enter time into timesheets, and a project that is ready for billing. So we start here on our project list page, and we see all of the projects within our system. To create a new project, we can simply click on our wizard wand and select project. Now, before we get started, let me draw your attention to this link here called the Project Wizard's Defaults. Click on it. These defaults are user-defined templates that further streamline the process of creating a new project. This is done by allowing you to set limits on the process and predefine defaults for future setup of projects. We'll discuss this more later in an advanced video. So let's go back, and to do that we're just going to go back like this. Okay, so now we're going to walk through a new project setup without using the defaults. So step one, select our customer. We can select it like so and do a quick search. If we don't see our customer here, we could click on the small sheet icon to create a new customer. Okay, we can select our contacts. We can give a project number to this project, and by default the system adds 1 to the previous project number that we see here. We can type in a name for our project. We'll call this sample project demo. Customer reference, which is typically a purchase order number. We'll just type in PO 1000. We can enter the start date and the end dates for this project. We can define the contract type, and for this demo it's a time and materials contract. We can enter the contract amount, which is $25,000 based off of 300 hours. This project is billable, and we also want my teammates to be required to put in descriptions in their timesheets for each hour. We can assign the project manager. We can assign a project owner, which will be Norm. Here we can define which department this project belongs to. We can select members from our employees, and here is the employee list. And so here we can actually click on the people, the resources that we want on this project. Click Norm, and we'll click Gary. Here, by just clicking this pull-down menu, we can change the pricing options that have been preset, and we'll just leave this as a standard hourly rate. We could also change the rate at which one of our resources is billed, and so we're going to change Mark from 80 to let's change him to 200 so that we can note the difference later. Here we're going to create activities from another project, which is far easier, and so we're going to copy it from a template that we've already created. And here we see the activities that are in our template, and let's just say that we don't want to use additional services or change requests for this example. So we'll hit next, and this is going to create our project. And so we see that we are now on the new project homepage. We see that it's been activated here, and so why don't we go and check out this to ensure that our activities and members are correct. So we click on our project, we go down to Plan, Activities, and now we see the activities that we've imported without the last two. The additional services and the change requests were removed. We can look at members. We see all the members that we added, and we see for Mark his hourly rate is $200, which we adjusted ourselves, which is great. So now let's go to our resources homepage, Gary. And here we see that he has a message saying that he's been assigned to one new project, which is the project that we just set up, as we see here. Let's go to our timesheet. We'll go to Gary's timesheet. So we see his projects that are listed. We can add a project by clicking this Add button here, and now we can do a search for the project we just set up, which is called Sample Project Demo. We could select the activity that we want, the task that we want. We'd hit Save. Now this is just for this particular timesheet. If we want this project to be on the timesheet all the time, every week, we would go over here to our selection tool. And this lists out all of the projects that we can add to our timesheet. If we click this button here, it'll filter it for just new projects, and here's our project. So we'll click this. It lists out all of the activities, and at least for this week, why don't we just do, we know that Gary's just going to be working on the pre-design, the schematic design, and submit, and we'll remove these other ones to keep his timesheet a little cleaner. Return to timesheet. And there's our project with the few activities that we included. So great. So this is the process of setting up a new project. And at this point, the project is ready to be able to enter time towards it, as well as do billing in a few easy steps. Thank you very much for your time.